Yes, guys, I hope you're doing very well. Just a quick one before you start the video. Check out Omely. If you haven't heard of them, it's an app where you can debate with other football fans. Doesn't cost a penny. I'm going to be using it. A lot of people from the football community have started using it. And Chelsea Fan TV will be having discussions on there quite a lot in the next couple of months. There's a QR code, scan that, or click the link to download. It's in the description. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope we're all doing very well. Listen, back again, more Chelsea news and some England news as well. It's all connected really, because the man, the myth that is Super Thomas Tuchel, Tommy Tuchel, he is the new England manager. He signed, an 18-month contract, taking him up until 2026. So he has the opportunity to lead England into a World Cup, and hopefully he wins it. But, I mean, let's be honest, you never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, it's a pretty short-term deal, but a lot of conflicts about this one. And I feel like you have the logical fans and then the slightly more emotional fans. Let's start with the logical fans. Let's start with the emotional fans, okay? These are the people that say, well, he's got to be English. He's not been at clubs for very long. I saw someone on Sky say that earlier on. You know, he didn't even get Chelsea out of the group stages when they won the Champions League. Frank Lampard did that. Are you delusional? Are you crazy? This is a world-class manager. And that's fair enough if the FA wanted Guardiola first. It wasn't going to happen. And Thomas Tuchel, in knockout competitions, I would argue is better than Guardiola. He's beaten Guardiola when he was Chelsea manager. He beat him in the big games. Very, very good record against Man City when he was a Chelsea head coach. And this is a manager that's proven at all levels, and with his pragmatic style at times, is also able to play very attractive football. So don't get it twisted. You know, I think we are going to see a slightly more attractive style with England under Thomas Tuchel, hopefully utilising Cole Palmer. I mean, Lee Carsley's obviously ruled himself out of the job. To be honest, when you play that many attacking players like we did against Greece, it was stupid, wasn't it? But a nice experiment to watch if you were a neutral. So, yeah, I mean, Thomas Tuchel's come in and, listen, it's all happened very quickly. They kept this a secret for a long time, the FA. And, look, I think it's thoroughly deserved. There's a bonus if Thomas Tuchel wins the World Cup with England. I think there's a good chance that he can do it. I mean, look at our squad player for player on paper. There's not many better in world football. And we got so close to the Euros. I was there in Germany. So hopefully we can make that final step and go on to win a World Cup. So yeah, he'll start life as England manager Thomas Tuchel on January the 1st of 2025. So it's not going to start straight away. But he'll have plenty of time to watch games, watch potential players that he'd be picking for his squad, and then make some decisions from there. And he's just very, very excited. He says, and I quote, "I am very proud to have been given the honour of leading the England team. I have long felt a personal connection to the game in this country, and it has given me some incredible moments already. To have the chance to represent England is a huge privilege, and the opportunity to work with this special and talented group of players is very, very exciting." He then also went on to say that he was quite nervous. And, I mean, that's fair enough, isn't it? It's a tough, tough job. And even if he's German, ultimately, look, we don't care about what nationality our club coaches are. So I think there's an element of that needs to go into when managing your country. We had Roy Hodgson. It didn't work. It was a disaster. We brought in Southgate, who brought stability. Yeah. And now we need that final bit of the puzzle, because I think that England definitely improved under Gareth Southgate. But we didn't have enough to ever cross the line. But like Spurs in a lot of ways, we massively progressed, but we still had nothing to show for it. So hopefully he can be the man to bring us forward. We've also got Reece James, who's been training with Enzo Maresca at Cobham. I don't know if he's in contingent for the Liverpool game. My guess would be no. Perhaps we'll see him on the bench. But I mean, just the fact that he's in training and hopefully going to return to normal squad training as well, is fantastic news in itself. A player like Reece James, when fully fit and when he feels good, is world class. And there's no doubt about that. Then the question comes, how are you going to use him? Now, if this is as an inverted right back, I say, Maresca, you're not all there, right? You don't play Reece James as an inverted right back because, yes, he has played in midfield in the Championship for Wigan, so you can make that argument, but it's just not playing to his strengths. His strengths are defending and crossing, and also got a great goal threat as well. So where do you want Reece James? You want him up the right hand of the side, whipping balls in. You want him defending, because he's still got pace as far as I'm aware. Very strong player, great at dealing with counter-attacks and decent in an aerial duel as well. Or you just play him as a normal right back. I don't see the idea of inverting a player like Reece James. With Gusto, it makes more sense because his crossing ability isn't as good. And you have variety with Gusto and Cucurella. You can kind of keep people guessing, even though I think we can all agree Cucurella is more suited to inverting on the left-hand side. But yeah, I'm not opposed to seeing Reece James as a normal right back. Still given opportunities to advance up the pitch, but not like he was when he was playing with the back three. So you had that extra cover. So he will have to sit a little bit deeper than what he has in the past. But listen, I mean, we're still experimenting in a lot of ways. There's still a lot of question marks around this Chelsea team, right? We don't know what happens when Lavia's in the swing of things, whether he actually retains a starting position before he gets injured. We don't know if Enzo Fernandez is going to continue playing in that number 8 role. There's been question marks there, especially from myself. And then you've got the striker discussion as well. And Nkunku's had a fantastic campaign with France since he's been out. I know he's scored at least 1 goal, maybe more. Is he in contention to start ahead of Nicholas Jackson? And you've got Mudryk, who's picking up form. Lots and lots of positive conversations, to be fair. And that's what we want to. That's what we want to have. We want to talk about what we can do, not what we can't do. And this is the beauty of having a squad with depth. And you can criticise all the signings that you want. Chelsea spending all this money. We sold a lot of players. We earned the right to spend because we sold. And we sold very intelligently. If you look at it from a financial perspective in terms of PSR, being able to bring in enough money so that we could then reinvest in different players. So, yeah, I'm very, very confident with our squad depth. Obviously, there's certainly positions that we still lack in. I don't know how I feel about the goalkeeping situation. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same. And then that centre-back discussion as well. Do you start Tosin? Do you start Fofana? Maybe Reece James even enters that conversation at some point. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, it's looking very good, people. It's looking very good. It must be a Chelsea thing, right? It must be a Chelsea. This is Chelsea's time. There is something going on around Chelsea. Everything just comes back and it's like Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Cole Palmer, best player in the Premier League. It's Chelsea. Enzo Maresca, manager of the month. Chelsea. Cole Palmer, England player of the year. Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel, New England manager. It is Chelsea. It is Chelsea heritage. We run English football at the moment based on all the awards, all the titles that are going around right now. Now, whether we can keep it up is a very different discussion. But right now, we are in a very, very good place. And let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate that. Because I don't think there's any point of, beaking up this title race. It's not going to happen. Not this season. But there is genuine hope at the moment that we are building something strong. And there's you can look at the games and reference that to prove your point, which we could never do over the past few years. It was one good game, one bad game. Jackson scores 3 goals against Spurs. The next game, he's not great. You don't really know what to think about these guys because you haven't watched them perform consistently. But I do feel like We've certainly seen that this season. I also just want to touch on Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley. There's an article by The Telegraph. Lawrence Stewart said this is a club that needs to be in the Champions League. It's a club that needs to be competing to win trophies consistently. And we want to do that with a certain way of playing football as well. So obviously he's talking about winning. I think the only thing that's changed really, I mean, if you want to look at what we had before, is we didn't really care about how we play, just that we win. And now there seems to be more of an emphasis on playing out from the back, slightly more attractive football, easy on the eye, which, to be honest, in modern football, it's happening everywhere, isn't it? And you've got managers like Diego Simeone, Nuno Espirito Santo, Jose Mourinho, who unfortunately are going out of fashion, that style of football. And I appreciate both sides of the game, but I can understand what they mean. They've also, Lawrence Stewart also came out when asked about academy player sales, and he said every decision has been a performance-based decision which people have opinions on because that's football. And absolutely with homegrown players, it's always emotional. So they're referencing Conor Gallagher, maybe Omari Hutchinson, among other players, and we've sold a lot. Just trying to back up that claim. So we did apparently receive another lucrative offer in the summer, which people seem to think was for Levi Colwell. It's not publicly come out who it is. There's a chance that it could be Tyreek George. But who knows? Maybe we'll find out in the future. But yeah, just a little video, guys, just to celebrate, really, because I'm very happy about it. Thomas Tuchel is the England manager. This is Chelsea's time. And hopefully come back from the international break. Let's get a win against Liverpool. Happy days. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Are you happy about Tuchel being England manager? Are you not? And give me your reasons why as well. All the best.